up, y'all? I hope you're doing great. It's Wednesday. Welcome to Rumbi Uncensored, a beautiful evening. Kelsea Tafirenyika begs Auxillia Mnangagwa for forgiveness after a jail hell. Yeah, Mnangagwa's drama. Each and every day we're having an episode. We have never known peace in Zimbabwe. And we're still in this fight. Anyway, let me look at the comment from Freeman Ichari. He said Mnangagwa was not visited to console the families of the 100 people who died because of his office's negligence. No one took responsibility. No one apologized. No one was fired. Life goes on. It could have been worse. That was a comment from Nick Mangwana. It could have been worse, meaning the 100 people that passed was nothing, in my opinion. That level of disrespect should never be entertained in our society, Zimbabweans. Let me know if you can hear me well in the comment section, please. And comment responsibly. Please like the video and share with others. We need to make sure that at least we reach 100 likes, I think, before you leave this live. And it's important because it helps with algorithm. They've been trying so hard to sabotage my channel. I've been fighting a whole lot of demons, but God is good. I'm still standing. Good to see you. Please drop your location. This is Mutimukuru. Good to see you live from the United States of America. What's happening? I hope you're doing great. All right. So you guys know that the letter has been shared by the attorney for Kelsea Tafirenyika, who is actually Emmerson Mnangagwa's daughter-in-law, second wife to Colin Mnangagwa, who is in Dubai currently enjoying his time to sober up after the drug addiction allegations. Anyway, I also wanted to tell you, and I want to know what you guys think in the comment section, because this tweet, I don't think it's just a tweet, it's sending a very powerful or strong message to Zimbabweans to hear what you guys think about Emmerson Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF big wigs who literally benefited during the Gukurahundi time. Let me read this message. This is a retired elder, that is a Midzi, Rex Midzi. He said, this is a Pastor Joshua Milton Blahe, once a Liberian warlord. In war, he has known as General Butt Naked because he and his troops fought naked. He confessed to killing up to 20,000 people. He would slice open a pregnant woman's bellies after placing bets on whether the baby was a boy or a girl. Joss has since converted and is now a devout Christian who part of his ministry is visiting and ministering to his surviving victims and families of those he killed. Would you forgive him? That sounds like Emmerson Mnangagwa and his buddies to me. The question I have is that, will you forgive him? Would you forgive Emmerson Mnangagwa if he comes now and he says, I'm really sorry, I've hurt you Zimbabweans, not once, not twice. I'm talking about even some of the big wigs in ZANU-PF. If they can come out today and say, we're asking for apology, would you forgive them? One thing I don't like about ZANU-PF is that they feel like apologizing to Zimbabweans is doing us a favor. It isn't a favor. It is good for them, not for us. They're the ones who need forgiveness, right? Because I've hurt our people over and over and over. I can't even begin to count. And they're still hating us today. Because if we are seeing the level of stealing that Mnangagwa is unleashing on us, to me, it doesn't look like someone who wants to repent at all. The entitlement within ZANU-PF does not prove like people who are serious about forgiveness. Said, let's move on to the next story. And you tell me if this is unnecessary. Was this letter unnecessary, really? Because first and foremost, these people met privately. When the fight broke down at Mnangagwa's house, it was private. It only came out when it was leaked to the press. But I don't think they even wanted us to know. I saw Mnangagwa looks very sad about this story. He feels defeated because now all his shenanigans are being exposed. Because my question was yesterday on Twitter, why did she have to change your name and surname? But we all know it has been Mnangagwa's modus operandi. Many people who are around Mnangagwa, especially his boys, they are using fake names. Many of them. That's how the cartel operates. They can't divulge their actual names because it's easier to trace. So this girl, it's not her fault. She's just part of a cartel that is being protected by underworld gangs. The ones that you see kill, that kidnaps, abduct, torture, that are being paid by the taxpayer. Some of them have been promoted. One of them is Tafirenyika. Is it Tafumane, sorry, who is now the army commander. There's been their modus operandi. It's not new. Let's look at the letter, please. It's a very interesting letter because I've seen very funny reactions from attorneys. But let's look at the letter. This letter was written by an attorney as a legal practitioner, that is Rubaya and Chatambudza. I don't know them, but I think some of you do. Your Excellency Amai Auxillia Mnangagwa. Why can't you say Your Excellency Auxillia Mnangagwa? Why am I the first lady of the Republic of Zimbabwe? Yeah. Anyway, let's look at the letter. Apology and clarification, Kelsea Tafirenyika. Amai. This letter serves to convey our client's sincerity, apologies, and of course, our clarification. To His Excellency the President, Your Excellency the First Lady, and the entire First family, we trust this letter finds you in good health. We write to you in our professional capacity as legal practitioners of Miss Kelsea Tadiwa Tafirenyika, our client, Miss MS, and equally on our own behalf as her legal representative. We address you in the wake of what happens to a regrettable escalation of events surrounding the ongoing litigation involving our client. It has become apparent to us that opportunities and detractors of the esteemed defense family have seized upon the proceedings to manufacture destructive narratives and scandalize the First family for no apparent reason. We wish to convey without a reservation our client's profound regret that the public discourse has taken a turn that could be perceived as disrespectful to yourself and the First family. It was never her intention, nor could it ever be to denigrate or show any measure of disrespect towards yourself, His Excellency the President, or any member of the First family. Our client holds the instruction of the First family in the highest regard, and she is deeply pained that her name has become entangled in a narrative that she never sought to create. Much as our client vehemently denies the allegations leveled against her, she wishes to place on record that she has at no stage dragged your name, Amai, into this debacle. The association, such as it is, has been manufactured by others, opportunist detractors and adversaries of the First family who appear determined to exploit any proximity, however tenuous, to cause disharmony. Our client is not a part to that scandalous enterprise, and neither are we. She profusely apologizes for what has befallen the name of the First family consequent to the stance she has taken to defeat herself against the criminal charges she is currently facing. If anything, her sincere hope is for an amicable resolution to the current dispute, one that puts an end to the unwarranted speculation that has unfortunately attended these proceedings. Our client wishes to convey that she remains open to engaging with you on any matters that may have caused concern. She is fully committed to taking whatever steps are necessary to achieve an amicable resolution. She has reflected deeply on the events that have unfolded and acknowledges that the surrounding public discourse has never deeply regrettable. Has been deeply regrettable. She has learned from this experience and sincerely hopes that a direct and respectful dialogue may bring about the disclosure she earnestly seeks. She's very sorry that this issue has escalated to such great heights, and this is in bold letters. For our past, for our part as legal practitioners, we have done no more and no less than execute our clients' instructions to the best of our abilities, as is our duty and our professional oath. We have acted with diligence and integrity, mindful always of the attendant implications of our work. We simply put client's defense to the investigating officer the same defense that she preferred during the recording of the warned and cautioned statement before the state decided to arraign her on charges of money laundering. We respect the person of the first deeply, and we wish to assure you that it has never been our intention, neither now nor at any other time, to scandalize you or the first family. We are officers of the court, and we conduct ourselves as such. We are creatures of instructions who are obliged at law to execute our client's instructions, nothing more, nothing less. We hope and pray that this letter has clarified our client's position and our own. We remain, as always, at your service and disposition. Am I sincerely admire Rubaya and Everton Chatambuza. Rubaya and Chatambuza, legal practitioner. I'm not an attorney, but let's look at Fazia Mayere's reaction. Fazia Mayere said, touch is a move. Wakatotaura kudara kuti he gifted you houses worth 10 million. We were lying to the court. Were you lying to the court when you put forward that defense? Haisi imwe mosha here iyoyo, we need new leaders. Steve, my dad used to say, your first response to any altercation is the truth. Anything else after that is just a lie. Chawatama atopara atopara imwe nekunyepera dare. Imwe mufunge, it means that it's another crime committed. Then Dr. Jacqueline Sunday Kamanga. If this doesn't show abuse of power by the First Lady, I don't know what does. It is clear this letter has not been written freely and voluntarily agreed. Rather than extorting the First Lady, it adds fuel to fire. Zimbabwe is in the peace of governance, which I completely agree. I think this is a script. I've told you before, every day we get to see an episode of Emmerson Mnangagwa in this family drama. And there's a lot that may be going on in the background, and they're trying to sanitize the mess that's going on social media. Because now remember, it's not only the issue of the fight, but there's also crime, the proceeds of crime. Because questions are, where did Colonel Mnangagwa got the money that is spent so vulgar? More boys, Monesi said, Aburitsa Samba, because now I'm on Facebook now. I also want to give Facebook people a platform. Aburitsa Samba I kumedia pakanganisika. This is going to worsen the situation. Maloyas akaremerwa matofu arikunyura uyu. More boys, Monesi, exactly. If they drop the charges, it will seem like the first family was targeting her for no reason. The woman is taking the law into her own hands. Kuchki kizira cheruma lawyers. No name was degraded, only the truth was told. But the truth was revealed. There's no any degradation there. You can't taint what is already dirty. Salute to this comment. I don't understand how you can taint Mnangagwa's family because it's already dirty, it's been dirty. I remember there was another letter that the daughter-in-law as well wrote. I think you guys know, you still remember the one that fought with Mnangagwa's son, David, right? The David, yes. They do have a child together. And you also know there's a Zimbabwean guy that is rotting in jail in South Africa. I think you know him, a businessman. He used to be very much active in ZANU-PF. I forgot his name. Something like Buyane Fuyani Buyani, something like that. Very good looking guy, a Zimbabwean guy. He's in prison. He has been fighting to get bail in the High Court and he's still stuck in prison because he fought with Mnangagwa family. So to the girls, if you think you're marrying into power and wealthy, you are playing a dangerous game. Mave so say apologizing, but also setting the defense straight that the matter is about persecution. What a strategy. Okay, this one, I think I read it. The abuse of power. Innocent Panavano said, power, power. When Chamiso was saying the courts are captured, that's what exactly he was referring to. Those in power are untouchable ones. Even if you hire a lawyer from the moon, you will never succeed. But Tingati, there's a Mudanga dialogue is the best because sure, Kelsea 0 am I 4 full time. And you know, this comment here, I want to tell you something. This comment that I just read now, this is what they call counterintelligence. It will come as if it's kind of it's against the thing, but on the other hand, it's supporting. And let me read again. Power, power. When Chamisa was saying the courts are captured, that's what exactly he was referring to. So make note of that. Those in power are untouchable ones. Even if you hire a lawyer from the moon, you will never succeed. But Tingati, there's a Mudanga dialogue is the best. Cause sure, Kelsea 0 am I 4 full time. You need to understand that now. I think the propaganda machinery of Emerson Mnangagwa on social media, Facebook, X, TikTok, YouTube has multiplied. So many people are being paid just to spew lies on social media. So be careful. Whenever you see them post, you say, man, of people, some people are supporting. It's propaganda. You may find out that one person may be owning nearly 100 ghost accounts. They get paid for that. It's a job. In fact, I hate that they actually have a call center. I do remember when somebody called me one day because they had a plan that they would send a gift to my house that has got poison because I knew the person. And when he was calling me, I could hear in the background, they were telling him what to say. And the whole story was just manufactured. And I could hear the people that were talking in the background. A person who sells eggs should not start a fight in the market. Everyone thinks they can fight the first family, but the lawyer, parinozokuza kuti takadyiwa kare 10-0, and that's when they sober up and the apologies start coming. I also think they realize that Collins might not have any influence when it comes to this case, which leaves them completely at the mess of the first family. I disagree. Again, another counterintelligence comment. So how do the drugs come in? And you could the lawyers will get busy and wear apologizing. There's a dolly nai ndangandisina data shoko reru frashika panda kwereta airtime. My favorite song is I Will Always Love You. All right, I think those are just jokes. Okay, Zimbabweans, I don't even want to waste my time. Like this is like a waste of my time. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you something. So this evening, I baked my garlic bread. It's smelling so good in the house. Oh my God. Yeah, smells so good, yeah. I love baking. I don't like bread from the shop. I want to monitor what I eat. So yeah, smells so good, yeah. It reminds me when I always pair it with peanut butter sauce. Oh my God. Like what? Yeah. All right, let me look at praise Chirima. We said it. There is more to the story. So all these charges were a result of escalated family disputes and might go away with an apology. So is Amai the state? This exposes more cracks than it brings the case closer to any end. Spilled milk, but then being found with such an enormous mountain of drugs, did she break the Amai Auxillia's law or the laws of the country? Good question, Michelle Tapiwa. Abuse of power. Abuse of power, as far as Mnangagwa is concerned, Mnangagwa does not respect no law in Zim. In fact, he has been turning laws of Zimbabwe into his own personal handbag. He does whatever he wants. You know, he can send gangs when he wants to. Oh, I met some of the boys. I saw you, y'all, and I stopped and looked at them for some time. Said, I can see you. with my two eyes. Let's see how this fight is going to end. It's not going to end well because God is on my side. I've never fought a battle and lose. Never. I never lost no battle. So because of that, I'm not afraid of you. Whatever you want us to get to, we'll get there. But as I said before, I've never lost no battle. Mnangagwa was playing everybody. Everybody. Guys, you know what I want? I just want Zimbabwe free from the hands of Emerson and his criminal gangs. Because nothing will work. Did you guys all report that Wikino Shivayo again claimed to have gifted the homicide, CID homicide? So CID, that works for the government, is now receiving gifts from a criminal. Because Wikino Shivayo is a criminal. He's a criminal. You cannot convince me that South Africa wants 1 billion from us. We owe South Africa $1 billion. But in 2023, money was stolen nearly $1 billion by Wikino Shivayo and his group of criminals. The one that caused the two boys to be locked up in prison. Do you remember the audios? We lost almost $1 billion. It was 1.1 billion that was paid into the account of Rainform CC. And 300 million went towards the biometrics. And then 800 million was their so-called profit. So we lost nearly $1 billion. Why are we owing South Africa $1 billion? So this is a decade later, South Africa has not recovered their money from Zimbabwe. The money that was already paid, those were tickets that were paid by Zimbabweans. You know, when I say the last time I traveled to Zimbabwe, that was in 2023, and I remember at Orotambo, they asked me that I need to give them, what you call it, confirmation that I actually tested for coronavirus. And I'm like, but I don't remember when we discussed about corona. What are you talking about? The corona thing, I mean, says, no, we need the letter and a confirmation. But no, South Africa were doing you would test and then you get a message to confirm that you've tested. So me, I'd forgotten because I left my other phone at home. I'd one and I left one at home. So I couldn't remember, do you want a letter or you want confirmation? So I thought they wanted a letter and I'm like, I don't have a letter. They said, no, but you need to wait until you're going to have to change your flight. I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I've done that before. I've lost money. I must keep on losing money. I'm not going to do that. I'm like, I don't know why Zimbabwe wants us to test. Because we already forgot. People are just gallivanting. Everyone is just doing their thing. But they were still pumping out money from the people. I saw quite a number who were also flabbergasted by that. That was at Harare, the Robert Mugabe airport. So you guys, you still want little money, us to pay money for what? Don't it almost nearly 1,000 rands? Something has gone wrong in Zim. And we need to come out of this mess. I've been asking questions to ZANU-PF. What criteria do you use when you're choosing a leader? What did you saw in Mnangagwa that made him a president? Because wow. You knew that Mnangagwa destroyed ZANU-PF companies and you thought he was to have the capacity to be a president of the republic. Honestly, one day we have a conversation about ZANU-PF as a party and the level of ignorance in this space. Because if someone had destroyed ZANU-PF companies, ZANU-PF had run Woolworths and it had so many companies, right under your watch, you still trusted that person could be the president of the republic. Yeah, we need to have a conversation because you're costing us our lives. For the past 4 decades, we've been suffering under your abuse. There we go. Millions and millions of dollars. I know it's all because of the money. Right now, I know it comes from Auxillia SAF. I know that because Auxillia Mnangagwa knows this thing here is now heavily exposing them. But we want them gone because the more we keep Mnangagwa in power, the more we're losing. Keeping Mnangagwa for a day is a betrayal to generations. That's my brother. Yeah. Okay. Apologies, Gael. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. But I'm tired of Mnangagwa. I want him gone. And I think many people are tired as well. Even those in ZANU-PF are also tired of him. I mean, everyone is tired. We want him gone. And with all due respect, I would tell him in his face and say, Mr. Mnangagwa, please, you better off. You are 84 years old. You are very close to leave this world. What do you still want from us? I mean, honestly, imagine at my age of 43, I'm being held at ransom by an 84-year-old man. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. I don't know. In Zimbabwe, there's something that's just amiss. Our moral understanding of life is just misplaced. I mean, 84-year-old is holding the whole country at ransom. Guys, Mnangagwa is not the future. Neither does he even understand what life is about today. Do us a favor, ZANU-PF. Do us a favor, please. We want to be in peace. We want to live our life in peace. So whatever, all we want is we want to live in our country freely. So, oh, I didn't tell you guys, there are 2 people that died. They went to Chimoyo. You know Chimoyo thing, they visited Chimoyo, and there was a woman. Is it Murenji? I think, please bear with me if that is the correct name. And I'm not celebrating a death at all, and the husband's alleged death as well. But when she went to Chimoyo, allegations are she began to praise Mnangagwa when she got there. Okay. And that did not go well with the gods of Zimbabwe. She came back home and then she passed away instantly. These are reports that are online. And then some people said the husband as well followed. And I said to myself, gods of Zimbabwe, which include my brother that we don't know where he was buried as well. You're fighting the wrong people. You know exactly who to fight. Those that are abusing us. You know exactly where they are. If you go to that ZANU-PF building, there are many of them that are abusing our people, stealing from the poor, and lying at the same time. Go deal with them. Go deal with them. You're going to be fighting small boys. No, go to the big boys. Because the people want freedom. Sure, the people that died in Zimbabwe, you can't just go and deal with these guys once and for all so we can have our peace. Do whatever you can do, whatever. In fact, there are a lot of shenanigans that are going down there, Kuchimoyo. And I'm like, you are playing your shenanigans at the wrong place. Come here in town in Harare there. In Harare, that's the right place. Go and play your shenanigans there and make sure that the people are free from the chains of criminals and thieves. Thugs that have turned children into monsters, turning the whole country. People have turned against each other, brothers against a brother. Kids can kill their parents just to support evil people. That's not it. It must be stopped. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. Something about my food, yeah. Damn. Oh my God. I'm just trying. But God is good. I love you guys. God bless you and God bless Zimbabwe. Bye for now.